What is going on, guys? I'm back for another Cobra Friday, and today we're watching Cobra Kai Season 3, Episode 8. One thing I want to note before we get into this episode is something I forgot to mention in my review of the last episode. It was just a little neat detail is that when John Kreese comes to see Johnny and the others at the park at the end, Johnny says something like, "the garbage you're filling their heads with," and I just thought that was interesting because in Season 1, Episode 2, Daniel came to Johnny's dojo before he had opened it and said, "If you think I'm going to let you fill these kids' heads with that garbage, you're mistaken." I just always think it's neat when things come full circle and little details come back again. So yeah, that was just something I forgot to mention in my review for the last episode, but now I am really excited to get into this episode as always. Last episode, a lot of things were coming together. Sam and Daniel kind of had a father-daughter bonding episode where they kind of worked out some stuff. Daniel even decided to reopen Miyagi-Do, which is good timing because Johnny has finally opened his own new dojo called Eagle Fang Karate, which is that's such a name that Johnny would come up with. I'd seen some fans speculate that it would be Iron Eagle or something, but it at least has Eagle in it. And both dojos have their work cut out for them because Kreese is still very much around, and his students have committed to staying with him after Johnny gave them the opportunity to leave. So I'm hoping that Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang are going to team up to take down a mutual enemy. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Either way, I love how all these stories are coming together, and I'm very excited to see what happens next. So let's just jump right into it, folks. It's karate time.
I know it's been a while.
Miyagi-Do.
The only way to stop Cobra Kai is if we all work together. But always remember, the reason we learn karate is
to show the world that you're not a bunch of pansy-ass nerds. You're gonna show them that you're tough. Because eagles don't get shit on. They're the ones that do the shitting. Just don't forget, being a badass doesn't mean being an asshole. The goal isn't to hurt other kids. The goal is to win at all costs.
Oh, I love these transitions.
Now is the time to show them
forgiveness, compassion. Mr. Miyagi used to say, if you're looking for revenge, you could start by digging 2 graves. He was right. If you have hate in your heart...
Now see, this is what I've been waiting for Daniel to emphasize.
You gotta swoop down like an eagle. Grab them with your claws and sink your fangs into them. But I don't ever want you to start the fight. I just want you to
finish it. For good. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I love this so much. Having 3 sides to it instead of just one is so cool.
It's locked. They'll buzz it open when he's on his way out.
You gotta be kidding. They called you?
I called them.
Huh?
I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm just here for Rob.
Robbie doesn't need you.
He doesn't want either of you.
As usual, I'm gonna have to be the one that's gonna clean up your mess.
I clean up my own messes.
You guys need to work together.
Now that you're out, I just want you to know that I'm here. You always have a home in Miyagi-Do.
Worth me.
Both of you. Stay out of my life.
They're like 2 fighting parents and the kid just doesn't want to deal with it anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Sam.
No, I'm sorry. I should have been watching where I was going.
Me too.
So,
Will they be a couple again?
Oh, gee, let me think.
anyway, I'll let you get back to your friends.
You're not my friends anymore. Not after what they did to you guys. You think enough time has passed for us to be friends again? Or start over?
Hi, I'm Sam. Nice to meet you.
There you go. It's a pleasure.
Oh, that just got right into it.
We're just,
doing study work.
So you two are...
What? Ew. Like I would ever date this freak.
Whatever, Cruella. Why don't you go kill a bunch of Dalmatians? I am 101% in love.
love conquers all.
No.
I guess it does.
So this time Robbie's probably going to be the jealous boyfriend.
Because if you defend like that, you're gonna be right back in that cast before you know it.
Okay, guys, let's take 5. Yeah? There's iced tea and lemonade inside.
It's definitely good that he has Amanda here.
And one day they may find themselves all alone out there, and they're gonna need these techniques to survive.
Okay, so this is about Robbie, right? If he wants to come back, the door's always open, but if he doesn't, you're gonna have to let him go.
Ah! Look at this!
Hey, Ron, what's up? The old valley is still months away. Is there a problem with the committee?
There's a problem with the whole tournament.
Oh, trying to get it canceled after what happened?
Assface, you're next.
Does my nickname gotta carry over from the previous dojo?
You wanna be Penis Breath?
Assface is fine.
Good, Penis Breath. Imagine this is the guy I stole its frisbee from, alright? Just picture
I think the t-shirts are actually a nice detail. I wasn't crazy about them just having t-shirts at first, but you know, with you got Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do wearing gis, just having people who are in the middle wearing t-shirts is a nice detail.
It's okay if you can't do the things you could do before. Nobody's expecting you to be your old self.
You gotta be shitting me. What? What happened? They canceled the All Valley.
They did what?
They canceled it. City council just up and pulled the permit. Something about not wanting to foster a culture of violence after the whole fracas at the school. It's an overcorrection. If there's one person that can convince the city to overturn their decision, it's the two-time champ.
So that's what it's all about. That's why Johnny and Kreese are going to be there.
Maybe on some level this is for the best. At least Cobra Kai doesn't have a free state.
Mr. Miyagi did always try to teach him that, you know, karate shouldn't be used for a tournament. But then again, karate tournaments aren't all bad. They're about sportsmanship and having a goal to work towards. No hope and dope. Wow. Yikes.
At least I know who I am. You're still pretending to be something you're not.
I have no idea how Robbie is gonna mesh with Tori. Hawk.
Check off stable. They don't care, they never come to check.
I was about to say, how is Robbie going to mesh with Hawk and Tori and the like when he eventually joins Cobra Kai, but...
He won't forget that. And neither will I.
Oh.
I know I'm the last person you'd expect to be telling you this, but you have to save the tournament.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Go to the community.
You're doing what you do best. Fight.
Where does it end? Wasn't it bad enough they stopped letting us smoke?
What are you doing here? Fighting for the All Valley. What about you? You gonna read from your diary?
There's nothing wrong with being prepared.
Yeah, I don't need notes. Shoot from the hip.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Oh, you have no idea.
Who would like to speak first?
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm retired Army Captain John Kreese.
Now, wait just 1 minute.
Mr. LaRusso, please, it's not your turn to speak.
I apologize, Councilwoman Roberts, but this man...
Councilperson Roberts.
Thank you, Captain Kreese. Please continue.
He's fighting smart.
Your out-of-control daughter.
Hey! You leave my daughter out of this, you piece of shit.
Ma'am, please restrain yourself.
It's funny that you say that, because I've had to file a restraining order against her for physically assaulting. Maybe I should make the call to the authorities.
That won't be necessary.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Okay? But that man is a lunatic.
This man is a thief and a liar.
And he put a live cobra in my dealership.
Enough. Sit down. All of you.
This is what sucks, is that if they let him speak, he'd probably make a good case for getting the tournament open, but they can't just let him get away with this.
Wait!
Huh? Miguel to the rescue.
But I'm afraid you don't understand.
Yes, he does. We're the ones getting hurt. We're the ones fighting. Our voices should matter the most. And we want a place where we can compete fairly and safely.
When I first moved here, I was bullied. I realized that there's no escaping it. There's always going to be a kid who wants to steal your lunch money, or give you a wedgie, or give you a swirly.
A swirly?
It's when you dunk someone's head in the toilet and flush it. Pretty funny, actually.
Instead of burying your heads in the sand and pretending that bullying doesn't exist, or that you could just get rid of it, what you need to do is teach kids how to defend themselves.
Physically and mentally. Because sometimes the scars you can't see are the ones that hurt the most.
I like this. The younger generation being the ones to step up.
Look, I don't know where I would be today, or who I would be today, if it wasn't for my sensei. To fight, to become a champion. And we deserve that chance.
If it means that much to all of you, and you're willing to sign waivers stating that the city is not liable, then the All Valley Under 18 tournament is officially back on.
It wasn't the squabbling between the old generation that solved the problem, it was the younger generation working together.
I guess we all got what we wanted. But be careful what you wish for.
Maybe seeing their students working together will convince them to work together.
To the All Valley tournament.
He's at Miyagi-Do.
Good you.
Oh boy.
It's not a fault. Stay out of this.
I don't think I will.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Robbie, don't!
You two deserve each other.
But don't worry, I didn't tell him he can compete again. I mean, I didn't even know he was going to be at the meeting. Believe me, I had nothing to do with that.
Yes, you did. You had everything to do with that.
They just broke a TV and they don't even care. They are meant for each other. And there's Robbie.
Sensei Kreese?
Okay, guys, so that was Cobra Kai Season 3, Episode 8. I honestly am not sure what to say. I guess I can say what I usually do. It was a great episode. I loved it, but you've come to expect that at this point. First of all, I loved how the episode started with them transitioning between the 3 different dojos and the different senseis finishing each other's sentences and the sudden transitions to different karate philosophies. That was all great. I loved that. And just everything with the 3 senseis interacting with each other was always great. Daniel and Johnny both meeting to see Robbie out of jail, but then he doesn't want anything to do with them. and all three senseis showing up at the meeting, which the meeting was really interesting because it's like, if they had just let John Kreese speak, he could have made a good case for why to open the All Valley, but obviously they can't just let him have the last word after everything he's done. But Kreese is just so good at manipulating the board and making himself seem like the victim. He's fighting smart, just like he's told his students to do. And it was just such a beautiful scene when Miguel comes in and when Sam joins him, and their senseis can see them working together to convince the board why the All Valley tournament should stay open. And this is something I wanted to see, like, you know, Daniel do in Karate Kid Part 3, because I've talked about in my last reaction, Karate Kid Part 3 wasn't one of my favorites, but it did have some good stuff. And in that movie, I wish, you know, when Daniel was trying to convince Mr. Miyagi to let him fight in the tournament, if he had given some speech about what it means to him, it's not just fighting, and then he could have won Mr. Miyagi over because of that. So I thought it was cool seeing it here. And, you know, Daniel talked about at the beginning of the season how they can't let these kids suffer because of their issues, but ultimately it is the kids themselves who are going to have to learn to work together, kind of similar to what Daniel was telling Sam about her needing to pick herself back up. So the All Valley is back on, so I guess that's going to be the season finale, and oh gosh, it's going to be so crazy, especially with Robbie in the mix. And let's talk about Robbie, because he hasn't been getting as much attention the last few episodes, but they did focus a little more on him here when he gets out of jail, and then he shows up for his probation. And I thought it was interesting, that conversation he has with Tori, because one of the things I've been wondering is if he eventually joins Cobra Kai, how is he going to mesh with Tori, because they were on opposite sides in the fight, and Hawk, you know, injured him at the All Valley tournament. But, you know, it seems that even though they're still very mad at each other, Tori could at least relate to his situation, so there was a little moment between them. And then at the end, where he kind of comes in and is angry and striking first, and, you know, he's now the jealous ex-boyfriend, and it's just so heartbreaking because Robbie has kind of gone back to where he was at the beginning of the show, just full of anger and kind of lost, but now he's going to be even worse than he was before. Although it does make for a really good drama, because it's going to kind of be a reversal of what happened in the season 1 finale, because in the season 1 finale you were more rooting for Robbie because he was trying to be the best version of himself and, you know, fight with honor, but Miguel was just too focused on anger and aggression, and he fought dirty and was just jealous about Sam. But now it seems it's going to kind of be the reverse, because now that Miguel is no longer with Cobra Kai, he and Sam are on good terms again, and Miguel has grown a lot as a person, and now Robbie's in a bad place, so it's going to kind of be switched. And then you throw this three-way dynamic into the mix with Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, and Cobra Kai, and this tournament is going to be absolutely insane, I tell you. And even though they're still rivals and they have differences with their karate, I really do hope that at some point Daniel and Johnny will finally team up and maybe even be friends like we've been wanting them to do for so long, but I guess we just have to wait and see. I'm struggling to decide what to do right now. I'm just so into this, I'm really tempted to just go ahead and record my reactions for the next 2 episodes while I have everything set up and while I'm just so into this. But, you know, maybe I'll let myself be excited for another week before I record the next 2 reactions. I don't know, I'll think about it a little bit. Either way, this has been an absolutely fantastic season. I am so invested, and I can't wait to see how everything wraps up in the next couple episodes. So with that, I'll turn it over to you guys. What did you think of this episode? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content. I'll be sure to check out my other videos over there. It really does mean a lot. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next Cobra Friday.